Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight. So I'm delighted to be joined for the first time by Liam Cameron. Liam, it's been a long time for you. How do you feel? You're at a boxing media event. We know there's a lot going on in the last few years, but how are you feeling?
Feel good. It feels like yesterday, you know. It's been over 4 years, has it? And it just feels like I'm just picking up from yesterday.
Just briefly, because we know you've been through a lot with this, but what have these last sort of 4 years been like in terms of your absence from boxing? You are getting a chance to come back now, but what have they been like for you physically, mentally? What's the sort of effects of it?
Crazy. Do you know what? In this process, I lost my stepdaughter. I've had to try to help my girlfriend get through it. I've had to get through it myself, and I promised her I'm going to come back for her. I was like a beach whale, you know. I was massive. I was 19 stone. I had stage 2 blood pressure. It was crazy. And looking back, she's helped me. I've kept her in my thoughts all the way through this. And I'm coming back for her, like it says on my top. This one's for you.
In terms of how your absence from boxing came about, when you look at everything that's going on in boxing now, do you almost feel a bit hard done by in terms of your absence? And then you look at other fighters and the length of bans and things like that. Because like you said, you've been through a lot. This has cost you a lot physically, mentally. Do you look at that and think, it's not really been that kind to you, has it?
It's probably making me a bit well known because every comment is Liam Cameron got 4 years. Liam Cameron got. I'm over it now. We're horrible at times. Sometimes it did hurt me when people were getting 6 months. Not mentioning names. A few have got 6 months.
Plenty of them though.
Plenty. And it's just heartbreaking. How can they do this to a lad what's not really got any money, what's struggling? I was at peak of my boxing career, Commonwealth champion. I was ranked number 11 in world, and to rip that from me, it's a bit hard to take. But I've had 4 years to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? So I've got a smile on my face, as you can see, and I'm so happy to be back.
Well, look, we won't harp on about that too much because I'm sure you've had to deal with that for all these years. Let's talk about the future. You're getting back on a good show, GBM shows. If anyone who's not been to these small events, they've got a big fight feel to them. They've got a great production. Izzy puts a lot of investment behind it. How pleased are you that you're coming back on a sizable stage, and it's going to be on a good fight week as well? You've got Warrington Wood, and obviously the main event for this, Reece Moore, Martin McDonough is a cracker, and you get to come back.
Yeah, I was training. I used to train with Izzy. I used to spar him. Like I said to other camera crew, I used to batter him all. Oh, I'm only messing Izzy. No, I've been to Jersey with him. I've been everywhere with him. And he's a good lad. Look where boxing's took him. And I've heard I ain't really followed boxing. I'm just starting to follow it back. And I've heard the very good shows, fireworks and a lot as you're coming out. I might ask him to get me a magic carpet or something, a Duck Nazim.
I'm sure, knowing Izzy, he'd probably try and make that happen for you if you really wanted it. Look, in terms of boxing now, you mentioned where you were. You were ranked 11th in the world, Commonwealth. What is this part of your life about now in boxing? Is it about just doing yourself proud? Is it about hitting certain goals, like becoming champion again? What is it about for you?
I want to be. If I can't win a British title, there's something definitely wrong with me because I've done it since I was 8 years old. I've done everything in the gym. My first spar back with a world number 9 kid, Lerone Richards, Southpaw, unbeaten. I got every belt in boxing. And I did unbelievable with him, and I've been sparring with Junaid Boston as well, who's a light lightning. To pin him down is so hard, but as my camp gets on, I'm sure I'll be able to pin him down a bit more.
What's it been like going in that Steele City Gym? They've got such an array of talent in there, from Sonny Edwards. You mentioned Junaid Boston. I know obviously Pierce, who's been helping you and training you as well. Grant Smith. They've got a real tight-knit unit in there, and people seemingly now are trying to get into that gym. What's it been like for you in that gym, working with these guys? And like you said, you've been doing this a year or two now, since you're 8. So what's it been like in that gym?
Well, that was actually my amateur gym. That was my home. Steele City was my home when I was 9 years old, when it was first established. I went through that process where the gym floor was wet through and we all had to mop it up. And look where Grant and Pierce has come from then. I used to train Pierce and take him on pads when I was pro, and he used to be like about 3 foot tall, do you know what I mean? And he used to be waiting for me raps after my fight. Now look where he's come. He's an hungry coach, and he's got an excellent hungry fighter what wants to do well.
Do you know, when you look now at the landscape of boxing, there's so much opportunity. We've seen all this, the crossover from the YouTube game and stuff like that. But in terms of big fights, do you look now, 4 years on from the last time you fought, and say, you know what, my big fight's going to be with him at this point? Do you see the other names and go, me and him would make a great fight? And who are the names? This isn't you slagging, calling out. This is you saying, look, me and him would be a great fight. 'Cause you must have thought about it.
Yeah, well, I've got to ask for British champion, haven't I? And it's Mark Heffron, isn't it? Not that I'm calling him out. I support him. He supports me. I like everything he's doing. He's a great fighter. He's a great puncher. But he probably might move on. I don't know. But if I want a British title and Mark Heffron's the man, I'm going to have to call him out sooner or later. But he's supported me through this. He's liked all my stuff. He's messaged me with support. But it's just business, innit, end of the day.
Has this experience at the ring sort of taught you a little bit about, not to say boxing, but about life? Because I'm sure you had a lot of people maybe around you. Did friends' circles change? Did people who you thought were your friends turn out not to be? Has it shown you a lot of this experience? Has it opened your eyes a bit? Maybe not, for the best of things, but to show you the worst of things as well.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I had a good following. People what's like to not turn their back on me, just forgot me as a person, and sometimes you sit back and think, well, they're there just because I were a boxer. I'm nothing special. I'm just an average kid from Sheffield what wants to do well. I could have been a plumber, but you get plumber mates, but I'm a boxer. It attracts all different kind of mates. So like, it's not nice, but I don't get any hate. I don't have any hate for them. I wish them all the best, and I hope they still continue to support me.
Lee, and you've signed with Lee, and now Let's Go Management. I've spoke to Lee a lot since I started getting into this game, and he's one of the most driven, passionate managers you will get in boxing. He'll do his best for his fighters all the time. Is that sort of what drew you two together? You've seen the work he's done, obviously, in that gym, the likes of Thomas Assomba, I know he's done stuff with, and that. Is that what sort of drew you to him, his passion for the game? Because he'll provide you with opportunity. Yeah,
I would tell Lee Eaton's the man. Lee Eaton can get me opportunities, and if there's anyone to do it, it's Lee Eaton. And I spoke to Lee, gave him a hug, and he said, look, I'll manage you. And that's it, that's where it goes. I'll stay loyal to Lee. I want to build a relationship with Lee, and I'm an easy man to manage. What fight, where, and I'll be there. Do you know what I mean?
Just picking this back up, we've talked about everything, but you want to mention you've got a podcast that you're doing at the minute. Talk to me a little bit about that, give it a plug.
It's Real Steele _podcast. We talk depression, we talk just everything about boxing. Me and Hassan, my brother over there, we're thick as thieves, and we just try to get and bring happiness to you, because people are messaging us saying they love it, and I'm 9 months sober now, and I talk a lot. That helped me on there and stuff like that. So yeah, please give it a follow.
Right, let's just wrap this up, because I know you've got other people waiting for you. You've got a message to all the people who have been behind you and have supported you through this difficult time and are going to be here on the journey for this second chapter in your career.
So yeah, I'm fighting 6th of October. Please come down and support me. It means a lot if you can. I'm a Sheffield lad. I've been hard done by, and I need your support, so please follow me.
Liam, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully we can catch up on fight night.
Thanks for your time, honestly, I appreciate it. It means a lot.